Hello, this is Deirdre from deirdremaguire.com, and this is the second video in my series around sexual abuse after the revelations of the footballers Andy Woodward and others like him who have finally spoken up about what had happened to them. So I am aware that it's a very sensitive subject, and obviously I'm not going into all kinds of details here on this public video around this, but the intention of these videos are to help you if something like this has happened to you, to give you the courage to step forward and to show you that this can be sorted. It's not like it can't be sorted. There's so much shame and guilt connected around this subject. Even when I was watching another one today, I watched another news item today, and what come up for me was the other guys that were sitting there while Andy was talking, and the interviewer asked them, well, why didn't you speak up? And that would seem like an obvious question if this hadn't happened to you. Fortunately for myself, because I have dealt with secrets in my own life, and because I help so many people with this work now, there are a couple of things that maybe will help you, and there are a couple of things that you might need to know, even if it had never personally happened to you. And one of them is this, that when you understand how the mind works, the mind has a great ability to take two things and put them together. Okay, so let me just give you an example. Red and white, Coca-Cola. Red and white, Santa Claus. And actually, Coca-Cola took Santa Claus, who was originally green, and made him red and white, so that you would associate, not consciously, but unconsciously, when you see Santa red and white, you feel good. Coca-Cola, feel good. This is how the mind works. Okay, so now we have the child who has been sexually stimulated by an adult. So something can occur here. There can actually be sexual stimulation. There can actually be pleasure. So even though the child knows that there's something not right with it, there's also something pleasurable about it. There can be. So there is a total confusion in the mind. So I think that if you understand this, first of all, from your own point of view, if this has happened to you, that this will help you release guilt. So you may have looked forward to it. You may have wanted to go back to it. It may not have been the awful experience that people who haven't had this sexual abuse understand as sexual abuse. And by the way, I am using that word abuse, and I would like you that if this has happened to you to maybe start thinking about it in a different way, because when you talk about sexual abuse, there's something about a victim there. You're a victim if someone has been abusing you. And I want more than anything in my heart for you to understand that you are not a victim, that you are empowered, that when you step forward and deal with this and get the help that you need, that you're so courageous and you're so amazing. This is what I say to my clients all the time. So let me recap here. One, if there has been sexual stimulation while this sexually inappropriate behaviour has taken place, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You know, one of the guys was saying that he actually thought he was gay. Now, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but it's when you're not actually gay and you think you are because you've actually been stimulated by a sexual experience that shouldn't have happened. Can you see where I'm going with it? Okay, so one, if it happened to you and you were sexually stimulated, that's okay. We can deal with that too. Number two, start to take charge of your own life. Stop beating yourself up. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the shame. There is nothing shameful about this. Okay? And the third thing is, what about if we started using sexually inappropriate behaviour? It was inappropriate. Okay? But when you take the abuse out of it, then you're not the victim. It's just a thought. It may or may not impact you like that. But I know that in my own business, when I work with people, and I've worked with many people, that this has happened to. There's a lot of it out there. And this is what I like about what is happening now. This will no longer be a secret. You know, when I do my workshops, it's one of the first things I mention. And I can almost pick out the people. This is the truth. I can pick out the people because I can see that pain in their face. And the tears start to come because they know that it's happened to them and that they've maybe never, ever, ever told anyone. Like the guys on the footballers were saying, they had a dream. They wanted to be footballers. So they thought this was the price they had to pay. And so if this has happened to you, start taking action. Get in touch with me. Get in touch with people like me. There are lots of us. People who know how to deal with these experiences, and let's get it out in the open. You know, I hope that this has helped you. I'm going to make another video tomorrow, and I'll just keep posting them up. And if I can help you in any way, get in touch, deirdremaguire.com. And if you have any comments and you want to share something, share it below. I want to take this opportunity to send all my love and support to all these people who are going to come out of the woodwork now, and especially to you. If this is where you're sitting, if you're looking at me and you're thinking, oh my God, your heart's racing, I can show you. Tomorrow I'll do a wee bit of tapping and show you how exactly you can deal with the emotions that are coming up now. But the first thing is acknowledge it. And the second thing is make peace with yourself. And the third thing is take action. Either respond to this or get in touch with people in your area, or I work on Skype, and lots of people like me work on Skype these days. You know, my clients are all over the world. But, whatever you're doing today, I hope you're having a really good one. And I send my love out to you and all the support that you need. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.